When you look at what meat is, I mean, it's a pristine source of protein. It's the highest quality, highest biological value source of protein to be found in nature, right? We can look at the digestible, indispensable amino acid score, which is, the latest and greatest way of measuring protein digestibility. We see that meat is consistently at the top. I mean, soy comes close, but eggs, whey protein, grass-fed beef, chicken, always at the top. The proportion of essential amino acids is phenomenal, right? Like you get a very high proportion of the 9 essential amino acids, very concentrated in branched chain amino acids, which we know are crucially important for halting muscle protein breakdown and stimulating muscle protein synthesis. We know that high protein foods, meat in particular, also tend to contain a lot of really important micronutrients that are typically under-consumed today in their most bioavailable form, I'll add. So, when you're getting micronutrients, whether it's B12 or iron or zinc from an animal-sourced food, those micronutrients are plug and play to your body, right? They don't have to undergo complex biochemical transformation that vary in their efficacy from person to person, right? Like plant-based omega-3s, for example, alpha-linolenic acid, very constrained in terms of our ability to generate the biologically relevant omega-3 fats, icosapentaenoic acid and docosahexaenoic acid, DHA fat, from the plant-based form, right? Women are about 10 times better at it than men. Women, I think about 10% of the plant-based omega-3s that they ingest will get converted to DHA fat. It's thought that women have a higher ability to do this because of childbearing, right? But men, less than 1% of the plant-based omega-3s that we ingest actually get converted to DHA fat. So that's a miserable, statistic right there. Whereas the DHA fat that you ingest from wild salmon or from omega-3 enriched eggs, plug and play for the human body. And this is true for all of the, many of the micronutrients that you see in animal products. And they're without antinutrients that can potentially hinder their absorption. So I'm a big advocate of the consumption of meat. I think it's really important. And also, I'll add that there's this big issue of food access and food distribution in this country, right? You can go into almost any supermarket in this country and buy a pack of ground beef, right? And to me, that is going to be a much healthier dinner than boxed mac and cheese, right? You can go into any gas station almost and find canned tuna, right? Which is going to be a pristine source of protein, great source of minerals like selenium and such. And so I think we have to really be careful not to demonize these kinds of foods. Now, I'm not saying everybody should go out and become carnivores, right? That's not my approach. But I think we do need to get back to some sort of semblance of common sense when it comes to the kinds of foods that we know that humans have been eating since we've been human.